What's up, strongest men and women and children from blocks all around the world? I am my block's strongest man, and tonight I'm bringing you a special guest interview fresh off her second place finish in the mixed middleweight heavyweight women's open at the Mammoth Strength Challenge V Pro-Am, Kristine Anne Mathews. Ciao, homie. Welcome back to My Block's Strongest Man, where we bring strongman into the mainstream by discussing all of the latest strongman events in the greatest analytic detail that you'll find anywhere on YouTube. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to this channel so you get notified of all of the latest videos that I release 4 times a week for your viewing pleasure. Make sure to comment below whether you agree or disagree with my videos. I love the engagement and I respond to every single comment. Now on to today's topic. All right, I'm surprising my audience here. We got Kristine Matthews.
Hey.
Nice.
What's up? Great competing today. You were awesome.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it went a lot better than I anticipated. I was kind of worried doing my middleweight show out today, so.
Yeah, we were actually talking with Katie Rogers and Alila Worley earlier. Like, what happened with mixing middleweights and heavyweights together? How did that all happen?
From what I understood, one of the heavyweights dropped, so they mixed us all together so everyone could get at least nationals bids and things like that. So, and then there was enough of us. I'm pretty sure the first place got Arnold bid still. So.
Nice.
Yeah, it was intense having to battle it out with 2 weight classes heavier than what I'm used to battling it out.
I would bet.
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with my co-host, it's Isaac from Hunger Smash Fitness. I was telling him, like, he's got to check out your deadlifts. Like, they're like otherworldly for your weight class.
They're my favorite thing to do, for sure.
Nice. Yeah, deadlift is one of my favorites, too. I'm not a huge fan of overhead or anything like that, mostly because I'm not very good at it. So.
I'm finally getting better at overhead, so I'm not so much concerned about it anymore. But for, like, the first 3 years, I would 0 overhead in every event. So I'm glad that's definitely not an issue anymore.
Nice. That's always good.
Yeah, so was deadlift your favorite event today?
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure the 18-inch deadlift was heavier than it was supposed to be. A lot of girls zeroed it that I didn't anticipate seeing zeros on the 18-inch axle. The setup for the car deadlift was pretty cool since they didn't actually have a light enough car for us, so we got to do the axle deadlift rig attached to it and made like a front back movement while you're going up and down with the weight. It was real nice to try and balance.
That's cool. And by the way, you're not the first one to say the weights were more than they were supposed to be, right, Isaac?
Yeah, right. Well, that's what I was saying too. Is like it depends, because you want the weights heavy enough where some people are failing it and some people are making it, but at the same time, if you have over 50% of the competitors zeroing out on something, like, yeah, it's too heavy.
We're having a hard time when usually they're not, and it's like, that's not a weight that I've seen them not before. So, yeah. We had the same issue with the Viking press. I think we were, like, told it was going to be 135 for the lightweight and 145 for the middleweight, and ended up being, it's 165 empty. So, like,
that's always fun, right?
Yeah, so I was the first girl to get a rep on that, and I ended up getting 5, which was nice. I wasn't
nice
that either, so that was a good turnout for that one.
That's awesome. So let's kind of rewind a little bit. For all the people in the audience that don't know you, like, you want to say something about your background, upbringing that would be interesting to the folks watching?
So believe it or not, I was a runner and a sprinter and a dancer before strongman. So this was many moons ago, not anything I really dabble into much anymore. The sprinting is definitely carried over really well, minus the building of muscle added onto that. It slowed me down at first. I wasn't used to it, but so, I mean, other than that, I've just pretty much gotten into strongman and I've dove in head first.
So how long have you been in strongman and how did you get into strongman?
So I've been in the strongman now for 5 years. It was 5 years this month. My coach, actually, I met her at a rock concert 9 years ago, and she started dating a guy that had been competing in strongman since he was a teen. And he introduced her to it. And for the first almost 4 years of competing, she tried to convince me. And finally, she got me. And I haven't turned back since. And she's been my coach since day one. And she's actually a world's strongest level lightweight competitor.
Oh, really?
Kristina Bangma. So, yeah.
What's her name again?
Kristina Bangma.
Okay.
You should look into her. Eat cake.
I'm looking right now. Right now.
I would not be where I am without her, both literally and proverbially. So she introduced me to the fort, and she's helped me, get stronger every year. So
Yeah, definitely shoot me over her Instagram. I'll definitely follow for sure.
I'll do that.
Yeah. So what is it that you like best about strongman?
The fact that it's an individualized sport with so much teamwork atmosphere. Like, the camaraderie is absolutely next to nothing. Like, won't find that anywhere else. It's actually been what's kept me going. Like, I got injured pretty badly 3 years ago, but everyone knowing that they're going to be there at the next show and I get to see somebody I haven't seen in months it helps me keep going, even if I don't feel like I'm going to do well at the competition, because at least I'm going to see friends or people that I know are going to motivate me to do my best. So
yeah, I was actually talking to Isaac about this the other day. Like, the community in strongman is so awesome. Everybody's so nice. I haven't met anybody yet who's a jerk. Like, if I were to DM LeBron James and say, "Come in for an interview," I wouldn't get an answer.
Right? He'd be like, "You want to do it again?"
Yeah.
Nah, it's really awesome that you came on, especially like with your level of success. We really appreciate it. Isaac, what do you have to ask?
Well, no, I was gonna say that's exactly what drew me to strongman too. Is like, because I did a little bit of powerlifting and stuff, and I hated it because I was like, you're sitting around for 30 minutes waiting to do one lift. Everybody's angry. Nobody's talking to each other. Like, everybody, like, it's a very individual, like, angry thing. And I was like, that's just not me. I like to laugh too much. Like, when I was there, I was trying to chit chat with other people, and they were all trying to sit there with their headphones in and like, yeah, exactly. And I was like, well, why are you guys so upset? What's going on? And then, first strongman competition I went to, I was hooked instantly. I was like, this is amazing. Everybody's laughing. Everybody's like sharing food and everything. And my oldest little boy, he was, yeah. Well, and it was awesome because my oldest boy, he was like 9 months at the time. And it was cool because, like, you'd have all these, like, 350-pound strong men, sweaty with beards and everything. And in between events, they'd be like, "Oh, can I hold the baby?" Yeah, I guess.
Awesome.
But I was like, this is awesome. Like, everyone's, sharing bags of gummy bears and everything. And I was like, oh, everybody's happy. Everybody's, like, having a good time. And I was like, this is a completely different, like, sport,
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I was hooked instantly. I was like, oh, this is all I want to do. I don't want to. Yeah, exactly.
So how did you first find out about Mammoth? What attracted you most to Mammoth, and how do you think it went compared to your prep?
So I signed up for Mammoth originally when it first was released. So this was before the pro show was added on, before Masters Nationals was included. And I had signed up, the Record Breakers was already a part of it. And I signed up initially wanting to set the block record. So I was already planning on cutting. And then once it switched, I changed, like, when the Arnold moved down towards the end of the year this year, and then June opened back up for me, I decided I want to do USS Nationals, and I'm going to cut to 132 for that show. So I was like, I'm just going to go away, have a good time. It'll be a good first comp of the year. There's going to be, lots of people I don't see very often there. And then all of a sudden it's like, pro show. This is going on. I'm like, I'm going to see all my strong friends. But yeah, I mean, what I signed up for happened. Prep was kind of hit or miss, as I had a show last month. It was a record breaker event that I really dedicated a lot of my time and energy to. So I didn't get to put my hands on much of the elements before coming in today. So I had about a month's worth of training. So that would be like 4 weekends. That includes deload. Yeah. So.
Wow.
I'd
It
hate
was
to see what you do with the proper training.
I know. I'm like, man, I hope I can get some good, solid training for the Arnold this year and come in like I did today. So that's my plan.
So I was actually going to ask you, like, what's exciting on the horizon? When is the Arnold's this year?
They're thinking August 21st through 28th-ish or September 11th week. They're still not cemented down or set in stone in anything yet. So
Okay.
still waiting patiently. So my next most exciting thing on the horizon will be USS Nats. Might be my last cut to 132. So we'll see how it goes.
And when is that?
June 5th in Minneapolis.
Nice. All right. If they stream that, I'm covering it for sure. I want to see more of you.
Yeah, get a hold of Sue Metcalf. I'm sure she'd love that.
Okay.
That's who's hosting next year. Sue, yep.
Okay, cool. Will do.
Yep.
Isaac, write that down.
Yeah, right. I don't think I'll be ready for Nats, but no.
Yeah, I did USS when I first started. This last year has been the most I've competed in SC my whole 5 years that I've been a part of Strongman. So I feel like it's more of a changing, like moving into bigger things and having bigger goals and bigger plans ahead. SC offers a lot more, like internationally, the Arnold. Then you've got OSG too. I might be trying to put my hand in that this year, at least to try and qualify. So we'll see. It's a whole different level out there.
That's awesome.
Nice.
It's like leaving the zoo and going to the actual like rainforest. What's gonna come out?
So what do you think? Mammoth 6 next year? You going to do some record breakers?
I think that will be the plan. If they do more record breakers, I definitely like to set the lightweight block record next year. I think I got it in me. I think it's 134.5 right now. So
yeah,
it's definitely something I want to at least try.
Yeah, I think you definitely have that in you.
Yeah, our block today was 120 for the middleweight. So
Oh, was it?
yeah, and that went up fairly well. So
I was actually going to ask you a little bit about that. The block gave a lot of people fits today. What is it about that Mauser block that's so difficult to handle?
So you've got the feet, which adds weight front and back when you're holding it up in neutral position and rack position and then you can either choose to put your thumb underneath the block to get more stability or wrap your palm completely underneath, which is usually how I press it. And then the weight is side by side inside. So the weight goes back and forth this way inside on pins, and then you've got the feet that want to bring you back and forth this way. So it's definitely a big core stability and getting comfortable in rack position and making sure you really settle in before you do the push.
Okay. Is it something you train a lot?
I did 100-pound plate presses to prep for this because I don't own a block. Yeah,
they were talking about today how they're going to stop making them, and I guess they're going to become a rarity. Frank
Gonzalez actually took over. I can't remember the name of his business, but I know Paul handed over the dimensions to him. So He's definitely a good guy to get in touch with if you're interested in a block.
Nice. Yeah. To put it on my Christmas list for next year.
Right? Same.
Right? Maybe once I become a wealthy YouTuber, then I'll start buying stuff like that.
Well, Frank, you'll start promoting this product for a free block.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
I have zero problem with that.
Yeah, right?
Zero.
No. Man, if I tried to cut down to the 132 class, that'd be 170 some pound weight loss.
Are you talking kilos?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, 132 kilos. You could add some weight in then. There you go.
Yeah, right? I know. I could maybe do 132 kilos, cut down to that, but yeah.
There you go.
It's funny, you said you enjoyed going and seeing all your strong friends. Isaac's my only strong friend.
I try to make all the friends at every competition. I'm loud and I can't stop talking all the time, so it's like if you look like you're going to be cool to have a conversation with, I'll walk up and have a conversation with you.
That's just strong man in general.
That's something that has a compliment.
I feel like that's just strongman in general, though. Like people are just,
sure.
They're loud and friendly, and they will start a conversation.
Issue at nationals, so my coach was watching the live feed. And one of my friends is in my weight class, and her husband was there with us. And so since she coaches both of us, she was keeping in contact with her husband. And she was like, you need to tell Kristine to sit down. I can watch her through this live feed, and she needs to go sit down. She is up and talking to too many people right now. Like, no, stop watching me through the live feed. Terrible.
Just need to figure out where the camera is and go, underneath it or something.
Where is she? She's got to be over there somewhere talking to somebody. Not even watching the competition anymore.
Oh, man.
Speaking of loud in a good way, you ever make friends with Erin Stoney?
Erin Stoney, oh yeah, I love it when she's around and her energy. And tonight was awesome. Like, I haven't seen her since USS Nats in New York, and so much needed. It's like, I'm not used to having somebody who matches and is louder than me. And I love it. I love every minute of it. She is a blast to be around.
Yeah, she seems like it. I was researching her because I made a video on her as well, like I did for you. Yeah. And I saw she does the tongue sticking out thing, right? So I messaged her on one of her posts and I said, hey, what was that weight? I forgot if it was an overhead press or something she was doing. So I said, what's that weight? And she goes, I'm lightweight. I'm like, oh, you bust balls in comments too?
She's a ham, totally. If you just anything, expect the unexpected and then expect even more. You can't believe some of the stuff that comes out of her mouth, but I love it.
That's awesome. So, anything you want to plug while you're here? Feel free.
So I recently just became a sponsored athlete for Go Hard Labs this weekend. We made it official. They're a brand new supplement company on the horizon for the community. They took on Marcus Crowder as well this weekend. So right now they only have one pre-workout out. They're getting ready to drop a second flavor, and then some ECAs and BCAs and stuff are on the future here soon as well too. So
nice.
But I also have a supplement company, Valhalla brand company, that I've been a part of for almost a full year now. Just started late 2019, so the designs are all new. Everything's still kind of up and coming with that, but I'm really excited about being able to start off being sponsored by companies who aren't huge names, and I can help them grow, and they can help me grow, and we're kind of here for each other through this whole process. Yeah. So I'm really excited about both of these companies. We actually did a collaboration giveaway at the beginning of the year with both of them, plus Belt Fed Strength. So it was a good giveaway for the beginning of the year. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, that sounds great. Definitely shoot me the links for all of them. I'll put them in the description here for you.
All righty. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Isaac, anything else you had before we let Kristine go have her dinner or whatever?
Yeah.
Just finished eating, so you're good.
All right, I'm good.
Well, now it's time to start drinking, so.
Gotta rehydrate.
Right? Yeah, rehydrate.
Yeah.
All the
Oh, man. No, great show, though. Yeah, good job.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, you went from I thought you were a lightweight to you correcting me that you were a middleweight to almost beating all the heavyweights. That's more than that. That's awesome.
That was not expected for me either. So yeah, it feels pretty good. So I'm hoping to come with the same energy in September. So that's the plan, at least.
Yeah. I mean, I think for one, I can say I'm really excited about following your career, and I'm going to cover everything I can for you for sure.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it. Have a good night, and awesome again. Thank you.
Yeah. Have a great night.
All right. Take care. Bye. So if you like this video and haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing using that button right there. And also stay tuned for some other videos that you might love blooping up right there. This one is the one that YouTube thinks that you will like the best, and this one is the one that I think you will like the best. As always, share this with everyone, and until next time, ciao, homie.